Well, hi there, everybody. It's been a minute. I'm learning a lot regarding on building a community as a new content creator. I know I'm not brand new, but with every step, it is amazing of all the things that I need to learn to come across of the knowledge that I provide for you as a content creator when it comes to the arts of astrology and tarot and the moon phases. So this is actually part 3 of the books to add to your bookshelf from MissDonna's.com, MissDonna'sWisdom.com in the Mystic Emporium, and you can locate this in the book in the tarot and bookshelf. You'll see a link in my bio underneath all that. So let's get into it. So part 3, these books, there's only 2 that I wanted to review with you. I have a lot of books and I had to narrow it down. It took a little bit to figure that out. But anyways, 2 books. This is about the Wheel of the Year. And for someone who is studying astrology and tarot and the moon phases and developing your intuition, it is important to follow the seasons as you are studying these arts, because the seasons coincide with astrology and they coincide with tarot and they coincide with the moon phases. So by understanding the seasons, it all comes together. So the 2 books I'm presenting to you, one is a newer one in my collection, and I really enjoy it because it breaks down all the various ways to celebrate that month. She breaks it down in months. And then the other book was gifted to me a few holidays ago, and it's one of my favorite go-tos that I go to time and time again. So let's get started. The first book, The Full Moon Yearbook, A Year of Ritual and Healing Under the Light of the Full Moon by Julie Peters. That's this book. The books that I present, I just love them, so I'm going to say this a lot. But that's what I do, and it's hard to narrow it down. So what I enjoy of this particular book that I'm sharing with you is, first off, the illustrations. Secondly, for the months, she breaks down the name of the moon, and she breaks down how they are known culturally, which is important. Other aspects of this particular book is she goes through what the month is known as. So this is Death and the Days Ahead. October is the month of death, and death is not bad, as you have studied. For example, in tarot, when the death card appears, it is actually a time of rebirth. So death is a great thing. And in the physical sense, obviously, there's grieving with it. However, the month of October, this particular book, she covers what October is about. From seasonal wellness, journal prompts. I'm huge on journal prompts. I'm also huge that she points out the card to study for that month and tarot card for meaning. And she does have the death card to focus on and the reasons why. Now, a lot of you who know me personally know that I am a love of yoga. So she does have yoga poses to focus on that month as well, and why. So the yoga pose that she has you focus on is pigeon pose. And October's full moon is a good time to go deep, and the pigeon is the pose for that. It is a hip opener that goes into the parts of our bodies that sometimes carry old memories and traumas within it, and our own personal ghosts. She also has a ritual and ancestral connection. So that is just the month of October. Now, the second book is The Spirit Almanac. So it focuses on not just the month, but the various parts of the month. This is a modern guide to ancient self-care by Emma Lowe and Lindsay Kilner. This was gifted to me by one of my witches, so thank you. And with that being said, she focuses it on seasonally. So for example, she has a ritual here on what to do during the first full moon of autumn. She goes into detail. She even has a ritual on what's known as for humming, and here's why. Here's an example. If you have a hard time listening to your intuition, making your own sound is a helpful way to tap into yourself when everything else feels loud. And she goes into it. So that is just an example of 2 books that I would recommend to add to your collection to help you develop your intuition, work seasonally, and to continue educating yourself and gaining more confidence as you study astrology, tarot, and the moon phases. So thank you again for being a part of my community. And I have so much more to share with you. And I love the feedback that I'm getting from each and every one of you on what you're loving about the website, the knowledge you're gaining, the education, the I had no ideas. I've had a couple of those. So I'm looking forward to continuing to grow with you, and please provide more insight and feedback so that way we can grow together as we learn these wonderful arts. So until then, remember to do things that fulfill your mind, body, and soul, and I will talk to you soon.